Good morning, Prof. And how are you this morning?
Good, thank you very much. I'm fine. I've got a bit of a frog in my throat though.
No, it's okay, Prof. It's all well this morning, Prof. We just want to talk to you about the degree, the honorary degree, the degree that's just been conferred on you, and just tell us a bit about it and what it means to you for you to be here this morning.
Well, thank you. I'm really delighted to receive this, and I see it as an acknowledgement of the kind of research that I've been doing over the years, over the decades, trying to combine activism for social change with academic research.
Yes.
And yet, as I said to the congregation, I feel a bit panicky because I feel like time is running out.
Yes.
And we're really facing huge challenges in the society of climate change, globally, and real terrible social injustice, terrible poverty, and I feel like personally I don't have many years left to do this kind of work, and I haven't nearly made enough of a contribution to trying to change things. And I think for humanity as a whole, time is running out, so there's a real urgency to what needs to be done and the kind of role that universities like Rhodes can play in this process.
Wow, Prof, that really sounds so selfless. I mean, after four decades of activism, I know very well that you took a great part in the struggle against segregation, apartheid, trying to change the lives of people in this country. And right up to today, you are still waging the battle for social change. Can you just tell me a bit about the work that you've done over the years, but particularly your contribution towards achieving a democratic South Africa versus what you see now? What is your view of the struggle then and the current struggle that the country is waging presently?
Gosh, that's a really good question. So the thing is that I was an activist, I was a young revolutionary for the 1980s, for that decade. And that was the decade when South Africa went through the liberation struggle, and I think the outcome was something that I celebrated in 1994, and I still celebrate our constitution and the Bill of Rights and what our democratic government stands for. But we face terrible social and economic problems and challenges, and levels of poverty, levels of unemployment are unacceptable and unsustainable for any society. And I do think we have to look a bit beyond our borders and look for solutions which are going to involve the whole Southern African region.
Yes.
And we need to look forward.
Yes,
there's no time now for going back about the liberation struggle and what we did in the liberation struggle. We have to look forward now.
Yes. As a matter of fact, I noted that you have been doing some research in terms of the collaboration between the SADC countries, particularly South Africa, Mozambique, Malawi, and Zimbabwe. And we find a situation where South Africa is seemingly burdened or inundated with an influx of people that are coming from those other SADC partners and all rushing into South Africa, whereas we do not have the same level of migration to those countries because of the challenges that they face. What can be done to try and ensure that we bring these other SADC partners on par with South Africa to see that resources are evenly distributed and not have South Africa as burdened as it is currently?
Yeah, interesting. And that you use terms like burdened and inundated.
Yes.
But in fact, people in Southern Africa have been part of this regional economy for centuries.
Yes.
And in fact, we're part of building up South Africa through the gold mining industry. If you think of the last over 130 years,
Very true.
we've relied on migrant labor, which has come from Malawi, Botswana, Mozambique. And those countries are now in a bad economic situation.
Yes.
And they are dependent on remittances from South Africa.
Yes.
But I think we should look at the regional economy as an integrated whole and look at what contribution each of the parties can play, each of the countries can play in terms of solutions that we can find.
Yes.
And there's some solutions which are quite obvious, which are not being implemented,
Yes.
including energy production, from renewable energy, hydroelectricity, wind power, all natural resources which are abundant in the region.
Yes.
We have immense mineral resources in the region, many of which can be used for renewable energy.
Yes.
They're termed green minerals or renewable energy minerals. We have enormous resources that can be used, and the capacity to produce enough food to feed the region as a whole.
Wow.
So there's no reason why we shouldn't have an economy which functions, which is inclusive and which benefits everybody.
So there's an opportunity for all of these countries to actually benefit out of a collaborative sort of economy that can benefit the entire region. Wow, that is an interesting take that not many people are talking about. But I just want to move a bit away from there and just move on to your younger years, because I'm a bit concerned, because you are also concerned for time. You are worried about the time that you have left. I just want to find out, from the work that you're doing, the people that you work with, don't you feel confident that you've imparted knowledge? Though we are not in a hurry for you to go, we'd like to see you stay on for a couple of more years. But I'm just trying to understand that the work that you've been doing over these past 4 decades, right up to this day, the teams that you've been working with, don't you feel confident that you've imparted sufficient knowledge for them to take the work forward?
Yes, I do, and I think I have had many really excellent research students, and I have some at the moment who are doing really important work. And I'm sure that they will take it forward.
Yes.
But I think we need a bigger and more concerted effort. It needs to come from government, from international institutions, in terms of our research priorities and what resources we put into this kind of research.
Wow. Well, Prof, thank you very much. I am Judah Malepe. This is MDN News. Thank you very much. We'd like to congratulate you on your degree, and we wish to see more of your work as you continue to try and change the lives of South Africans. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.